Welcome and thank you for being with us today. My name is Nolan Joyner. I am the chair of the Adler University Board of Trustees. I am excited for the community to learn about the next president of Adler University. Today, you will hear from several members of the Presidential Search Committee representing areas from across the institution. I believe the world is in desperate need of an Adler University. It's in desperate need of the graduates that we have. My role is to make sure that that's solidified going forward. The search committee was important to this process because we needed to incorporate the voices of key stakeholders from across the university. I'd like to thank Nicola for her work as chair of the committee. Nicola brought a wealth of HR experience along with knowledge of the culture of Adler and the communities our students serve. At this moment, I would like to introduce Nicola Edahan.
It is essential to recognize the invaluable contributions of both the community and the search committee that have led us to this pivotal moment. The community's input through the sessions last summer was invaluable to the committee and their efforts. The strength of our candidate was a result of the clear prospectus we were able to create based on what the committee heard, like ensuring they have a strong commitment to social justice, experience in higher education leadership, a vision for advancing Adler's mission, and the ability to foster a collaborative and inclusive community. The committee worked diligently through every step of the process to identify a candidate who would best serve Adler University and its community. Ultimately, the candidate the committee selected rose to the top because of their extensive experience developing and leading multinational initiatives and raising funds for institutional projects, their proven track record in scaling institutions and leadership across higher education, particularly in research collaboration, sustainability, and innovation. They demonstrated a clear understanding of Adler's mission and values. Upon meeting her, there was no doubt in our minds that she was the standout candidate for the position who would undoubtedly contribute to Adler's continued growth.
When I think of our new president, I reflect on our values as an institution. Obviously, that value match is very, very important. We were very excited about the number and quality of candidates that we attracted to this position. Many presidents, many vice presidents, and a few deans along the way. We sifted through all of these applications and looked at them very carefully. And at the end of the day, it was very evident that there was one individual who had a record of collaboration, of research, a record of being a change agent, and that's the candidate that we unanimously agreed upon as a committee. From beginning as a teaching associate at The Ohio State University to later in life when she was appointed the very first special assistant to the president at Harvard University, where she was in charge of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, to her current role at NYU as senior vice president for global inclusion and strategic initiatives. Our candidate, our next president, is a very accomplished individual who is going to move us to the next level. She's been heavily involved in partnerships and developing collaborative initiatives with historic Black colleges and universities and other institutions, not just in the United States, but in places such as Ghana, New Zealand, and other countries.
I think Russell Reynolds did a great job as far as giving us a large candidate pool of qualified individuals for the search. Also, community input was extremely important. So outside of sending surveys, I also spoke to my peers, just asking what kind of characteristics are you looking for in the next president? What do you think would be important for the incoming president to have? And so ultimately, we decided on Dr. Lisa Coleman because she has a background in global inclusion, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and also strategic innovation. And I think that's important as far as moving Adler forward. And now I'd like to introduce you to the next president of Adler University, Dr. Lisa Coleman.
Hello, I am Lisa Coleman, and I am enthusiastically anticipating September 1st when I am officially in my role as Adler University's next president. Years ago, a colleague said that higher education, similar to other fields, is a calling, and if you're fortunate, you will choose your site or sites of impact. Alfred Adler and his historical break from traditional models of psychiatry to focus on Gemeinschaftsgefühl, meaning community, feeling, and social interest, calls to me, because it is about community and impact. As I reflect upon Adler as an international institution today and in the future, it is clear that our strategy to transform global health equity leadership through people who are transforming and reimagining care and wellness, our purpose in transforming global leadership in health equity and health justice, and through our partnerships that are transforming practice, community innovation, and global networks, we do and will have impact. This is reinforced by designing programs focused on health justice, which we define as transformational mind, body, health, equity, and wellness practices, action-oriented partnerships to mitigate and eliminate health disparities, and innovative, rigorous, learning-centered global leadership intent on an ethic of care, where communities thrive and are better together. Why now? One of my favorite quotes is by June Jordan. "We are the ones we've been waiting for," end quote. As we survey the global landscape, it is clear communities are in urgent need of help. We need to transform care and wellness paradigms and equip ourselves with the necessary tools to tackle the pressing mental health challenges affecting people across generations, from alphas and Gen Z to boomers and the silent generation. Whether in or outside of our classrooms, our workplaces, and our communities, we all need and deserve access to quality services. There are opportunities with telehealth, AI, and executive education today and tomorrow, and we have learned through scientific experimentation that by working together, we can accomplish big things: SDGs, access to quality healthcare, pandemics, and so much more. To accomplish this, we must transform and reimagine frameworks of care for ourselves, one another, and how we care for everything else. We are the ones to make change, and in doing so, we can impact how communities thrive and get better together. Why me? Early in life, I worked in a K-12 school, Alexander Graham Bell in Cleveland, Ohio, as a teaching assistant for the hearing impaired and others on learning and developmental spectrums. I learned a lot about how we perceive people, stigma, and about equity and justice. I cannot say I decided right there and then. I was only 14 or 15 years old, but I do know that it left an imprint that remains with me today. One of my other favorite quotes is, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in," from James Baldwin. I believe this, and thus I have spent my career focused on questions about how to transform inequitable systems. Working with the Association of American Medical Colleges, the Merrill Lynch Philanthropic Division, the College of Worcester, CUNY, Tufts, Harvard University, and New York University, and partnering with industry and governmental organizations has allowed me to further query transdisciplinary and multifaceted frameworks in pursuit of answering these questions. I have learned that by leveraging community innovations, aligning purpose and excellence in scholarship and research and action, and developing partnerships built in reciprocity, we can begin to transform inequitable systems and advance health justice. It is tremendously fortuitous that this new role aligns with my lifelong dedication to systematic and systemic equity and transformation work. It has been a true calling. Adler University is driven by an unwavering commitment to real-world solutions and measurable outcomes. As president, I am excited to collaborate with communities in Chicago and Vancouver to increase our pipelines expand our efforts, and broaden our impact. And it also presents an immense opportunity to design and implement globally impactful evidence-based initiatives rooted in the principles of health, justice, wellness, and care. Together, we will spearhead innovative multi-sector partnerships aimed at transforming global health equity leadership. What's next? I am eager to meet with the students, faculty, staff, and alumni communities of Adler University and to listen and learn more about the rich history and the excellent work of today that we can build on for our future. Our success will be built upon our diverse collaborations, perspectives, and talents across our Adlerian communities. Together, we will drive intentional change through strategic partnerships and innovative initiatives in our work to cultivate lifelong learners and graduate the next generation of practitioners. We will not leave the world as it is. We are the ones who will transform global health equity, leadership, and health justice, enabling all communities to thrive and, yes, get better together.
Thank you again for joining us. We hope you can visit the new President-elect's website and learn more about Dr. Coleman. The page will continuously update throughout the remainder of the transition process, so please use it as a resource. The Board of Trustees is excited to welcome her to our university and for you all to have the opportunity to meet with her. Later today, we will reconvene as a community for a fireside chat in which Dr. Coleman will discuss a number of topics and answer submitted questions. You can still submit those if you haven't already. We appreciate the committee and the community's support throughout this process.